Relax.
Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Omer, and this is Genshin Impact. And today we're going to be talking to Lauma, I believe. There are some missions that are on the map here that I definitely wanted to do. I think they're like circled here. The one here, the one here, and the one that we're at right now. I actually know that there's still quite a bit we can do here before the next update, and of course we're gonna be still doing stuff after those updates too. Again, just because an update passes and I haven't done absolutely everything in that one update doesn't mean we can't do it later on either. There's gonna be world quests and things like that we could do. I'm actually very excited for the amount of stuff that we can do in this region. Also, with stuff like this, a lot of the times I won't even know about what's happening on the map until I do it. So we're gonna see exactly all the stuff that this entails as well. I'm excited though. All the little animals.
Yes, I'm sure you have very many friends indeed, but that's not the issue. Even if you summoned every ibis on Hisi Island, I still don't think you'd be able to move the moon mirror.
They want to move the moon mirror? Oh my god, the music's so good, isn't it?
And even if you managed it, the lunar semblance within would still...
The weasel thief has something to say?
Dig it out. You could, but moving the mirror would still pose a challenge, even for you.
I love that Lauma's just having these casual, no, not casual, having these meetings, I guess, with these animals, Excuse me.
Huh? You really can summon every ibis on the island if that's what it takes?
Every one of them?
And you, on the other hand, think this plan is a joke, even if the ibis gets its entire family involved?
What the heck? It's so crazy, again, because the thing is, from Lauma's perspective and these animals' perspective, they trust her so much, you know what I mean? And then this is just, but from our perspective, it's oh my god, she's talking to animals, this is so magical. To her, it's just so, normal,
Wow! Things are really kicking off over here. Looks like we've got a weasel thief in a heated argument with a bird.
By literally describing what's happening. We're now gonna have to split the loot, planning a joint heist.
We're plotting and scheming, to be precise.
Okay.
I'm told we have to get all our ducks in a row before moving forward on this job.
That's fun. That's really fun.
But my co-conspirators disagree quite strongly on the best approach. And they're not exactly being diplomatic about it. Choice words have been spoken.
Oh, so there's a little bit of aggression between the two of them, obviously.
All right, I believe you. I'm sure you do have friends in high places.
Wait.
Although, where did you learn to speak like that?
Did he just threaten? Not threaten, but he just go I got buddies that will talk to you about this, I know people, okay?
From a short girl with a metal arm and a hat.
Wait. Yehoda?
Oh, of course you can keep talking like that so long as you enjoy it. But be sensible around her, okay?
Oh my god.
Don't copy everything
Wait,
she
did he
does.
learn all the words that he learned from Yehoda? Is it Yehoda? Because if you're talking about a girl with a hat who's short and has a metal arm.
I'm going to have a little chat with the traveler
That's very
and
cute.
Paimon now. So be good and pipe down a little.
Huh, it really did quiet down. Being able to understand animal speak is so cool.
It's very, very cool.
Paimon wishes she had that ability.
Yeah. No, and she's again, it adds so much to Lauma's character almost instantly because we already saw her as kind of a fairy or this ethereal magical being, and being able to talk to animals just adds to that almost instantly,
Trust me, Paimon, you would not enjoy it very much at all.
That sounds ominous. I have chills running down my spine. Some animals are mean,
Don't misunderstand. Nothing terrible would happen, and it doesn't drive you insane or anything like that.
I suppose maybe it's also already dealing with people can be very difficult. It can be very, very difficult, and there's so many emotions that go into that as well. Can you imagine basically adding doubling the amount of people and personalities you deal with on a daily basis? Just think of that right now. Let's say you're someone who works in retail, That's actually horror. I shouldn't even say it. That's a horror story for people who work in retail. Hey, imagine doubling the people you talk to. I just made people cry. I apologize. That sounds horrific, but you know what I mean. Imagine you're somebody who works in a security booth and you have to double the people you talk to every day. It would be different.
Although, that being said, I do sometimes find it quite overwhelming.
I can imagine. I can definitely imagine.
I was overjoyed when I first discovered that I could understand animal speech, but I quickly realized that it came with a downside.
And what's the downside for you?
This ability is always active,
Okay.
and I cannot control it.
Yeah, so no matter what, you're going to hear what the animals are saying.
Oh. Yeah, that would be a problem. And if you can't control it, that means...
And like, I'm not trying to say animals are any better, like humans are better than animals, but like, you're going to hear like, you know, you're going to hear the birds that are flying by constantly talking. You're going to hear like the crickets say what they're going to say, like, you know, and again, because they're animals, there's nothing wrong with that, because a lot of animals like are not always going to be like the most polite creatures because it's instinct that they act on. They're just going to, you know, you're not going to be able to be like, hey, can you keep it down for a bit? It's like 10 o'clock. They'll be like, well, it's actually like, I'm nocturnal, so, you know, what can you do? From the forest to the waterfront, wherever there are animals around.
Exactly. People say that listening to the bird song deep in the woods gives them a profound sense of peace and quiet that lifts their spirits.
Yeah, because everyone else hears tweet, 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 and Lauma hears, I'm going to hang out the washing. You know? Hey, you over there, you know?
But no matter where I go, I can never find peace and quiet.
That's rough. That is rough.
When I stand in the forest, I hear the chatter of the wildcats, the rabbits,
Right.
the rhyme-horned deer, the chic badgers, and the long-plume ibis.
That's what I say, like, she can't even, like, have, like, because she doesn't live in Noshtown. If she lived in Noshtown, this would be different, right? But she lives within nature.
They argue loudly about who's to blame for damaging whose roost, or which part of the woods the best twigs come
Oh
from.
my god, she's listening to the debates. Debate bro animals, you know? So your ears can never get any rest. It's non-stop chatter wherever you go.
Alright. Guess talking to animals isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Because it's the same thing as, like, you know, in those movies when, like, people are like, I'd love to read people's minds. And then, like, they do, and, like, it's like, it becomes, like, painful after a while. You know what I mean? Because at first they're like, oh my god, I can hear what people are saying. That's why, like, when people say, I'd love to be able to read people's minds. No. Can you imagine, like, constantly always hearing what people think about you? Because, again, people will always have thoughts within their heads about, like, you as a person, right? They don't always, like, want to, like, express it because they're like, well, I actually like Calvin, but also at the same time, too, man, he talks a lot. You know what I mean? Man, he does this, or man, he does that. But they don't want to say it because, again, they're like, well, I like him. You know what I mean? But then again, you're a perception that becomes, holy hell. And, like, can you imagine hearing that all the time? Like, not only just, like, oh, like, different things, like, oh, like, animals being like, oh, like, where am I going to get some food? Or, like, having a little bit of a chirp, or, like, the sound of, like a rabbit pitter-pattering around the place. You hear a rabbit going, like, hey guys, I'm just saying, like the best twigs are in the West Forest. Like, if you go, no, Jerry, shut up, Jerry. If you can't have a kind debate, then we're not going to debate. You know, it would drive me crazy.
Waking up to the sound of birds chirping is pretty nice, but replace that chirping with bickering?
Yeah.
And suddenly it doesn't seem so appealing.
We both know it takes more than a little chirping to wake you up. How many times have I had to shake you? Yeah, but Paimon's a princess, so, like, what are we supposed to do? Yeah, you tell him, Paimon. You tell him. Get him.
As for me, I've lived with it so long that I'm used to it now. In fact, it would probably be quite an adjustment if I woke up one day and couldn't hear the finches discussing
Right.
which cup in which house makes for the best bath.
And going off on a tangent, I live in, like, city areas all my life. And I remember at one point I was in, like, a country area for a bit. And, like, it was actually, like, pretty crazy. Like, it was not hard to sleep, but it was, like, really weird. It felt like the dead silence of, like, the countryside was, like, very, like, weird. It made me anxious for, like, the first, like, few nights. Because it's like, this is so, like, because I'm used to hearing, like, cars or, like, drunken people walking around the place or something like that. You know, like, I'm used to it. And, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can imagine that, like, and again, I know, like, it's like I'm trying, like, I keep relating it to, like, stuff like that, but I'm like, oh, I'm not saying it's like, oh, she's just like me for real. Hearing drunk people is the same as hearing animals. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, like, how, like, a drastic change can, like, you know, even though it seems like it might be more peaceful, and it would be, it's something you've known your whole life.
Yes, plotting and scheming. Thank you for reminding me. I got a little sidetracked. Although, now that the
Lovely
traveler's
music.
here, we might just have the solution to our problem.
I got friends in high places too. I just need a little time to get a crew together.
No, just you will suffice.
Oh?
This job involves breaking into a storage room
Sure.
by undoing the seal created with the moon mirror by a previous moon chanter.
Let's go.
But for someone of your talents, I'm sure it will be a simple task.
I'm gonna need some on-the-job training. You had me at break into a storage room.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be fine. Come, let's go.
All you had to say is we're doing some stealing. You know, I'm all for it. Literally one of my first ever missions in this game was a bit of stealing. Yeah. You know, like, this music's stunning. It's so stunning. It's so stunning. Yeah, like, I totally, by the way, if you hear me coughing a little bit, or my voice is, like, trying to, like, stop myself from coughing, I apologize. But I had, like, a cough, like, a week and a half ago. And it's gone. But, like, you know, when you have, like, the lingering thing for, like, a day or two, and, like, it gets better every day. Like, it's way better than it was 2 days ago. But it's one of those situations where, like, you still feel it every, like once every, like, 30 minutes you do a little, you know? That's what I feel like now. So if it is bothersome, I apologize. I probably won't be able to go around and, like, edit out coughs as I usually do. So I apologize for that. But yeah, like, I do think it's interesting hearing about Lauma and her perception of, like, the animals and what's like to talk to the animals. Not just, like, this magical thing like, oh my god, Snow White, you know, she can talk to the birds. Like, it's not just that. It's like, oh, oh, this magical girl, you look at her with the animals all around her, they love her. It's like, also, like, yeah, like, animals are, like, have their own personalities too. You know, yes, a lot of them act on instinct, but they're also going to be, like, really annoyed, you know, and annoying sometimes. But yeah, like, I think that's all, honestly, like, a really interesting perspective. By the way, the team we're using today is Relax. That is Farzan, Benny, Layla, Vaughn. I think is my best team. I think, honestly, like, I think my 3 best teams are the Vanessa team, this team, and the Navia team. I think they're really good for what they are for my game.
Here we are.
Compared to
What
my
you
other
see
teams.
now is the moon mirror, within which the lunar semblance is sealed.
Okay.
Oh, must be a pretty precious statue if they went to all this effort to steal it away. Will there be some traps inside? You know, the kind
Oh,
that
we gotta
send
find
arrows
one.
flying out if you step in the wrong place?
Yeah, will there be? I'm ready either way. I'm used to this sort of thing. I love Paimon putting up the fists. Used as a reaction image there, guys.
Do not worry. This little one did some scouting for me ahead of time.
Oh, nice.
The seal does not contain any such fatal traps.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, nice. That's good to know. And yeah, that sounds like a job for a weasel thief.
Well, looks from looks for this weasel thief doesn't work for free. What do you need to do? Well, everyone shouldn't work for free. So what's your payment you need?
That's true. Each time I ask it for help, I have to pay it one more the next time we meet.
That's honestly, like, I love a guy who knows his rate. You know, I love a weasel who knows how much they're worth.
Huh, what a thieving little weasel. Oh wait, that tracks.
It's not, Paimon, I love you to pieces, always. I love you more than life itself. But, like, I will never, you know, he's getting paid and he knows his worth. He knows supply and demand, you know. Not that I'm a big fan of, like, you know, hey, like, racking up the prices for, like, consumers. I'm saying that, like, in this case, he's, like, an independent contractor. He knows he's in demand. You know? Go for it, buddy. You know?
But considering that it's helping you keep watch on the lunar semblance, it might need a name change.
Sure. And when I say that, it's about consumers. I know, like, it'd be different if he's not Walmart. You know what I mean? He's an independent contractor just doing some thieving work. You know what I mean? He knows his worth.
How about Weasel Guardian?
Okay. Do you like that? Wait, what?
Can't catch Paimon. Paimon can fly.
Wait, did he not like Weasel Guardian? Because he tried to flip into Paimon. First of all, Weasel, I'm just gonna let you know right now. I don't care for your Weasel. Don't flip into Paimon. We're not doing that, okay? Don't even touch her. Second of all, Paimon is so agile. Look at it, like a god or an angel up here. Paimon is. Hey! Oh my god, I've never seen this face on him either. Look at this. They have so many new animations for Ether as well. Hey, don't climb into me. Not the hair. Not the hair. He does have lovely hair.
Come on, be nice to our guests.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, even if he's an animal, he's not allowed to touch Paimon, okay? You're not allowed to go near Paimon, okay, Lauma? That's the ground rules. So how do I help?
To retrieve the lunar semblance, we need to activate pairs of mechanisms in 2 different locations. so it's a two-person job.
Okay, fair enough.
If you head over there and take the mechanism on that side, I'll take this side.
But how do we make sure we activate them simultaneously?
That won't be a problem. I have eyes in
Oh,
the
is it the
sky.
bird? Long Plumebus.
It will keep me updated on where you are and which mechanism is in front of you. Don't worry. All you have to do is follow my instructions.
Okay, so I guess we head up top. Let's go. Yeah, very funny. I love Paimon like bickering with another person. It's like my favorite thing in the world. But also like when Paimon like feels like she has an advantage in a bickering war, like she is like, you know, the funniest character ever, you know? She's funny when she's on the ropes and like, you know, someone's like kind of winning against her, but she's also absolutely hilarious when like she knows that she has an upper hand here, you know? So wait, do we get this from here? Oh, interesting. Okay. Is that what we have to do? Oh, okay. And then we build this up as well?
Understood. I will retrieve the lunar semblance now.
Wait, do we do it?
The way out has been blocked. Could you try that again?
Hot take. Just a little hot take for you, right? I feel like they stopped us and put us through a cutscene there. I could have lifted it up again in the time that I got over there, in my opinion. In my honest opinion. We could have lifted it up again.
Understood.
Come on, Lauma.
I will retrieve the lunar semblance now.
The music's so pretty. So pretty. Yeah. I feel like we could have had the time.
Wow! What a huge
Pretty pretty.
statue! Yeah, no amount of birds or weasels is shifting that. He probably couldn't even get past the mirror. So, Lauma, just how valuable is this statue anyway?
The icy blue is very pretty on it as well, isn't it?
In terms of Mora? Not much, I suspect. It's crudely fashioned, and the kind of stone it's carved from is found everywhere around these parts. But to the moon chanter of that era, and to the frost moon scions of today, it is a priceless treasure.
I think it's really pretty. I love the icy blue.
If nothing else, I now have concrete proof of its existence. That's enough to confirm the reliability of several documents on the topic. To me, that makes this a very successful trip.
Very cool.
Thank you for your help. I knew I had judged you correctly. The moon mirror posed no obstacle to you. And our little friend here was very impressed with your mechanism.
Wait, did I do my job? Did I do what I had to do? Are you serious? That was nothing. That was absolutely nothing. Like, don't ever need to thank me for that. Like,
What is it saying, Lauma?
It says that the Traveler is the best treasure hunter it's ever seen. It wishes it could join him on a quest to unlock all the treasure chests in the world.
that actually sounds very cute. And honestly, like an amazing premise for a game. A boy and a weasel opening every treasure chest in the world. I'd watch that show or play that game. It's true I've opened a ton of chests, though. I don't mind being a thief. I'll be a thief with the weasel. Let's go steal some stuff. Let's go.
From now on, I'll call on you if I ever find a treasure chest I can't crack.
Very cool.
Okay. Bye then. Didn't even give us a choice in the matter.
Honestly, like he's a shrewd businessman.
Don't worry, it won't come knocking on your window every day with a Mora coin in its jaws trying to drag you off on a treasure
He's
hunt.
gonna pay us a Mora coin?
And it certainly won't be visiting your room in the dead of night, moaning about
Is that what it does
locks
to
it
you?
can't pick.
Uh-oh. We better make sure to lock
She's
all
good.
our doors and windows before we go to sleep tonight.
Whoa. Oh, yeah, yes, you're talking about the hotel we're staying in, because like sometimes we just sleep out under the stairs. But little Lauma was like, yeah, you're gonna be bothered now. I love that this little weasel thief like admires like Ether though, and is kind of like, you know, he's pretty cool.
Relax. That weasel's only a child. It means no harm. It's just more talkative than most.
Me going up to the weasel's mother. with Paimon behind me. That's my child. Don't ever. Your child almost hit my guide, okay?
All right, let's head back. It's almost time for dinner.
Okay.
Oh, and we still need to figure out how to get this statue back to our library. It seems like I'll need a little help from my friends, after all.
What, the birds? Answer Lauma's call, the animals merged from the forest with their help. The lunar semblance. So, okay, so they actually just did it. Pretty incredible.
Just here will do.
I think it's showcasing that, like, you know, it's like while they can be like very annoying to her, and while it can be like something that's very bothersome to hear them talk all the time, they also like really do admire Lauma and will help her when needed as well.
Oh, that all went down without much fanfare. Paimon was expecting something exciting to happen once we put it down.
Some fireworks.
Well, it's just a plain old statue. A historical relic. It doesn't hold any kind of mystical power.
Right.
The real value lies in the stories behind it. My job is to dig those stories up, wherever they might be hiding, verify them, and then share them with the people.
So it's actually like the history, I guess, the culture behind everything, you know, the stories that are the most valuable thing, which I totally get that.
Cool. Well, it's a good thing we got it back here in one piece.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. And you two have my thanks for that. Please, take these fruits and quench your thirst.
They look nice.
I had the animals gather them in the woods.
Oh, look at this little bird here, like, yeah, I did it. Oh, Paimon.
And after that, forgive me, but I have another request to make of you.
Sure, what you need?
I apologize if this is presumptuous of me, but I've seen how well connected you are, and I've heard of your many travels into secret and forgotten places. On your future travels, if you ever come across any texts about the Frost Moon Scions, could I borrow them and make a copy with which to enrich our library?
Of course, yeah.
You have my sincere gratitude on behalf of the Frost Moon Scions.
I'm gonna get back to all the fruit. Where'd the fruit go?
Oh boy. That was some
Fantastic.
seriously tasty fruit.
Yep. Honestly.
So much better than Paimon's used to.
Honestly. Good on you, Paimon. She needs her fruit.
These animals have lived their whole lives in this forest. Naturally, they're the ones who know where to find the best fruit.
That's awesome. Again, showing again why they're like so necessary to like have that relationship with the animals as well, right? To like to be friends with them, to live and coexist with them. Their knowledge about the world is something that's invaluable.
This one says to eat as much as you wish, because it's the top fruit finder in the whole forest. It'll fetch some more right away.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
I love her so much. Ah! Wait, what? What's this angle? Share. Oh, whoa, okay. You can obtain Luna signals, sigils during your adventures in Krai after meeting certain criteria. These sigils can be contributed to your construction of your meeting points. Increase your construction level and earn valuable resources. Wait, what? What? Okay. And we have to do more exploration? Ability improved. The current meeting point level is increased to 1, which unlocks the Luna Treasure Compass exploration ability in the present area. What? There's like an item that now we can just, if we equip it, we can find all the items on the map in Krai. Is that it? And what rewards do we get as well? This is so cool. And like, look at the art as well. Lauma just sitting there in the light as all the animals like, you know, bask in it as well. So freaking cool. And what's this stuff? Tales of the Gatestone? Gift of Mirage? Oh, is this like maybe like World Quest as well? Possibly? That's really cool. I love that idea. I love that idea. Let's head over here. So I think there's like other stuff like as well. There's like the Traveler's Tales again. I think the way we're gonna do that is probably like the way I did it last time. We'll do like a compilation of stuff. But it might be like I think the update's coming on the 20. Is it Is the next Archon quest literally like next week? I think it's legit next week then. So what we might have to do with the next Archon quest is I want to do these missions on the map, and we could do a Traveler's Tales, or I could, oh, you know what I might do? I might start recording Traveler's Tales stuff, but we don't have to release it yet. Like, I can just, like, put it on, like, a storage file or something like that for later, or like, something that, or, like, maybe just, like, yeah, record it in bits, and then, you know what I mean? Upload it later. Because if there's a few world quests I want to try out as well, I definitely love to try them too. Again, I'm not in any rush, by the way. There's no rush for me whatsoever. I'm not here thinking like, oh my god, oh, I'm not going to get this done by the next update. No, like, we're going to take our time. Genshin, you know, isn't going to leave. Now, there's one thing I was looking at here, and that's this thing here. There's Traveler's Tales there, but there's also this thing here. Is this a mission I wonder... I'll check this out. Maybe I'll ask some people online, like, just, hey, is this something I should do? Is this a mission that is going to be really fun? But, like, it looks like it. And we can maybe do that as well. And yeah, like I said, the world quests that we can do as well, I have no problem, like, you know, doing them. But again, we don't have to do them right now. There's a bunch of time. There's going to be, like, you know, I'm not going anywhere when it comes to Genshin. You're not getting rid of me that easily. You're going to be seeing me a lot more when it comes to Genshin. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be fine. I also have some wishes here we can do as well, I think. I have one wish. And we're going to get a 5-star out of it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Black Tassel, my favorite character. He's so cool.
Black Tassel saved us.
It is I, the Black Tassel.
You saved us, Black Tassel. How can we ever repay you?
You don't need to repay me.
Swollen Fury.
Just know, there's always a job for me. Okay, let's check out the next one here. Is this a Flins one? Look how beautiful this place is. I actually do like the vibe. I wish there was like more graves, but that sounds so bad, doesn't it?
Oh, just like the last time we were here. The air's all icky and sticky and dark and damp.
Yeah, and like when I say I wish there was more graves, I'm not like, oh, I wish, like, that generally means like no matter what, even if I don't mean it that way, I'm saying I wish there was more dead people. Like that's what we're saying here. But I mean in just a sense of like the vibe, you know, the horror vibe.
Whew, we didn't get a good look then. All Paimon remembers is that really tall tower. So
there he
let's
is.
explore the area more fully this time. Wait, is that?
Yep, the Fae himself, Flins. With one hand behind the back, oh my god.
Ah, good day, you two. Assuming I don't have the time wrong.
Honestly, I don't know what time it is either.
Then let us forego these niceties. It is always dark here in the final
Actually,
night
very
cemetery. Time becomes somewhat meaningless.
Yeah. There's some countries I feel like that's the case too, where like it gets dark very early in the winter, and I wonder like what it's like for people. And if you are one of those people, like, is it like one of those things where like the night just becomes the day? You know, it's like, okay, this is just the day.
Phew. Well, it's good to see a familiar face, especially in this darkness. Oof, it really gives you the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah. And I think in real life, cemeteries at night, you know, creepy, scary. I would definitely not go there at the nighttime. But in games, sign me up.
You needn't worry. This is my humble abode and the tomb of the Lightkeepers. And while somewhat dark, it is on the whole a safe place.
Very cool. When
That
someone calls a
being
graveyard
said,
their abode,
I
very cool.
rarely receive visitors here, save for the occasional colleague. What brings you two here?
Well, to be honest, we just wanted to see where you live. We were in such a rush last time, we didn't get to do a proper tour.
I see. In that case, as guardian of the tombs here in the Final Night Cemetery, allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes to you both, on behalf of the spirits who slumber here eternally.
Wait, do you mean there really are ghosts here?
That is correct. As you may have noticed, this island is dotted with headstones. You might think of it as a veritable necropolis filled with souls. Isn't it a welcoming thought?
It's interesting that he comes from that perspective, right? Because again, like, it is about perspective, you know, because I think there's people who like I'm not saying the graveyards are a bad thing. I'm saying like it's different for different people. Some people get scared by them. Some people like feel weary in them. Some people feel sad in them. Some people feel like I do feel like it's welcoming. They feel like, oh my god, look at how many like people's souls are here. Like, and in this case, it's actually like very interesting that from Flint's perspective, it's like, well, yeah, it's like look how many people are actually occupy this place. Like, it's actually a lot. Like, it's actually very full in his mind.
Not at all. If anything, this place just got scarier.
Oh, Paimon, it's okay. It's okay. Nothing's gonna happen to you. I assure you.
Apologies. It was meant merely as a gesture of the hospitality that you deserve
And I
as
believe
guests. We don't receive many visitors here, after all.
Oh, and Flynn saw you as being like very sweet, which he was being sweet. But again, it's obviously like, again, as you said, some people get scared by that stuff, 100%.
But I suppose it is a tall order to expect people to suppress their fear of ghosts. Even so, I do hope your visit shall be a pleasant one.
And that's totally fair. Again, it's one of those things, it's like, from Flynn's perspective, it's like, oh, these are just spirits that are just like hanging out here. And it's actually very cool, like that there's so many people here and it does occupy the space in such a good way. From other people, it's like, this would make me sad. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's different for everybody. It is. But it's really beautiful that Flint has this perspective.
The spirits on this isle, while somewhat old-fashioned and hardly gregarious, are an unassuming crowd who keep to themselves. I have found they make perfectly decent neighbors.
Honestly, pretty great, you know? Neighbors just keep to themselves. Pretty great.
If you still have misgivings, I can only suggest that you avoid staying outside where possible. The ghosts do not tend to set foot indoors very often. Although that might render your sightseeing experience a little less riveting. Let me think.
He's trying to be so welcoming, which is what's so sweet about this. He's like, we're trying to make sure our stay is nice.
Most of the camps on this isle have been removed, and only the lighthouse remains, symbolizing the many battles the Lightkeepers have fought against the Wild Hunt.
Great angle here.
In that regard, it has quite a bit of historical value, and is thus well worth seeing.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, that was the first thing we saw when we arrived. So, it's a lighthouse, huh? What happened to the light?
Years of disrepair and a shortage of fuel, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
As this island became abandoned, maintaining the lighthouse became increasingly difficult. Besides, even if we were to rally sufficient manpower to repair it, it would serve little purpose these days.
It's not the same time, like it wouldn't serve the same benefit?
In the past, it guided people on their way to and from the island.
Right.
But all those people now lie beneath our feet in eternal rest.
Oh, I thought there was going to be... Oh, look at the clouds going overhead as well. Such a great energy to this place, isn't it? So cool. I thought it was going to be like, oh, maybe like a trade change and infrastructure change. But in this case, it's like literally just guiding these people home. But now, like, the only person who probably needs to get here now is Flins on a regular basis, right? Very, very, very interesting.
Well, that is perhaps not entirely accurate. They do sometimes come running out, speaking once familiar utterances into the void.
Okay.
In which case, since you are not used to the darkness that shrouds this island, you could consider restoring the lighthouse to illuminate your
Is that
way.
going to be our, like, construction thing like we did with, Lauma?
I too know well the comfort that a distant ray of light can bring on those lone journeys through the cold night.
Do you not need the lighthouse, Flins? Are we really allowed to operate a Lightkeeper lighthouse? Could you help us with that? Will the lighting the lighthouse be a difficult task? Let's say, this.
Speaking as a lightkeeper, we no longer need the building all that much, and I am under no official obligation to maintain it.
Sure.
And personally, I am more partial to the night than the day, so I find myself quite comfortable here.
They
in the
have his
dark.
personality down, right? And I think that's one thing that's so great about, like, Genshin is that, like, usually, like, you know, if you go to a different region, they, like, understand their character's personalities so well. As I said, there's only an odd time where I feel like maybe there's like a world quest where I feel like there's different writers for different things as well. Like sometimes like when you play a world quest, you're like, oh, Paimon wouldn't say that, or Ether wouldn't say that, you know? But I think it's only like a rare occasion. And it depends on like the, you know, the quest sometimes. But I think that what's so good about this is like we have like so much on Flins just from one conversation, and like we always talk about how the little things matter so much, and just like how he's comfortable in the night. He doesn't feel the need to fix the lighthouse because of that, because the nighttime makes him feel pretty good. He sees the souls around here as being more welcoming than scary. He is trying his best also at the same time to make us feel welcome here in this place too, to not scare Paimon. That shows as well that he is like a very gentle soul at the same time too. So he's a gentle soul who finds comfort within the darkness and amongst these souls. Like, you know all this stuff from a very normal and non-forced conversation, it feels like.
Besides, I have a lantern of my own.
Yeah.
I would rather tend to that than rely on a more distant
I'm sorry,
wolf.
but like, he's so cool. Like, whoever decided to have him like his chin into the jacket, such a good design choice. Like, look at it, it's so cool.
As such,
So cool.
you should have no issues using it, so long as it helps you.
Aren't you just so pretty? Aren't you just really pretty?
I believe there should still be some backup fuel for the lighthouse stored in an old tent to the north. That should be enough to serve your present needs.
Sure. Yeah, gotcha. No problem.
And if you should need to find me, I will be in an underground basement on the north side. That's where I will be sorting through my reports. I will meet up with you once I have completed my urgent tasks.
Great stuff. So search for fuel. So we're gonna repair the lighthouse. Yeah, I love that conversation. Like that's just once again, Genshin like can be like very like crazy and over the top in the best way possible in terms of its action and its choreo, its fights and its locations. Like, look at this, how like beautiful and how big the scale is. Sometimes it is like really massive and like, oh my god, epic and amazing, and it's incredible, right? But when you boil it down to it, like, I really love that they have these conversations with characters that works so well because they never feel very forced. They never, like, he could have just been like, hey, I'm Flins. I enjoy the darkness and I love spirits and all this stuff. But no, it came up casually with Paimon being afraid of the spirits, and Flins is like, yeah, well, no, this actually kind of comforts me. It's kind of cool. Talk about us repairing the lighthouse. Well, I don't really need it because I like the darkness. All these like very natural things that work so well with the story. So it says search for fuel here.
There really are a ton of headstones here on this isle. And they're all so old, you can't make out the words on them at all.
Yeah, we looked at them earlier actually as well. The music here's so gorgeous as well, isn't it? Here lies Lightkeeper 82. Yeah, there's a lot of Lightkeepers buried here as well. And that's like so interesting to me with like Flins as well. The fact that he is like here with all the old Lightkeepers still, you know? And we know how much, again, in the way, like, such a great way of writing this as well, how much he cared about Sozi as well. You know, he's always been a character who's like, to me, like very like caring, very gentle. He's cared about the past, the history of the Lightkeepers, and that's because, again, he lived in darkness. That's why he's probably not afraid of darkness either, by the way. He lived in darkness, and like the first light that you remember seeing after all that darkness was the light of a Lightkeeper's eyes. So you have to look for fuel. I don't know if there is it here.
This place is super dark. Feels kind of stuffy too. Huh. And there are ghosts.
Yeah, it's like a
over
wandering
there.
phantom.
But we'll be fine, right?
I won't let anything happen to you. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's a weasel or a ghost pipe. No one's ever picking a fight with you when I'm around.
Either way, let's try not to get their attention. Let's just grab the fuel.
That's a
and go.
Lightkeeper as well. Look at the outfit.
The sky is so dark. I'm scared. They're staring at me.
Oh my god, we tried to sneak away the fuel as well.
You sure took your time, didn't you?
Wait, what?
Come on, help me shift this fuel. It's almost time for our lighthouse shift.
Oh, is it one of those things in those situations where the ghosts will like continue their jobs even after everything has happened, and like they see us as like, you know, their fellow Lightkeepers?
Does he mean?
Don't worry, I'm right here. Ignore him. Let's just keep moving. I'm gonna say, don't worry, I'm right here.
Look at you, shaking like a leaf. You scaredy cat. How you made the cut as a ratnik, I'll never know.
You talking to Paimon right now? I think what's happening is he's like, again, he's not seeing Paimon and Ether as they are now. He's seeing them as like fellow ratnikis.
Come on, grab your stuff and let's go. Perhaps I'll even tell you a ghost story on the way.
It's so interesting that Ether and Paimon are just like, they've seen so much in the world now that this ghost just like, this ghost like talking to them like this is just like, okay, let's keep going. Just keep going.
What? A ghost telling us ghost stories? Wait, hang on. Was he just trying to scare us?
You ever heard of the blue fire?
Oh my god, I never thought, like, it's so, because if you back in Mondstadt, 100% Ether, if he saw a ghost talking to him, he would like just start to, you ever heard of blue fire? Little turns his head. Ether would never have like just walked by a ghost, but we've been through so much in this game, he's just like, okay, just keep walking for now.
As we all know, when you're out walking out at night, you should never look behind you.
Look at this.
And never look
Look at
all
Ethan's
the way
face.
down at the ground. Always look ahead into the distant skies.
You should never, is that like an old legend? You should never look behind you?
Well, that's because the Wild Hunt watches us from the
Oh, wow.
darkness. They wait for you to lose your way in the fog, and then, when you're at your most vulnerable, they come and take your life. That's why it's dangerous to travel alone in the dead of night. But sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll see a blue lantern shining out in the darkness. They say it only appears if you run into the Wild Hunt or if you can't find your way at night. Either way, if you ever see the blue lantern appear, you must remember to follow it.
This seems like it's an old legend, right? It's like, you ever heard the blue fire? When you're walking out, you should never look behind you. Never look down at the ground, always look ahead in the distant sky. Well, that's because the Wild Hunt watches us from the darkness. They wait for you to lose your way in the fog. And then when you're at your most vulnerable, they come and take your life. So they wait for you to kind of like lose your way. And I guess it's like when you look behind you or look at the ground, you have to be looking ahead towards the blue fire. That's why it's dangerous to travel alone in the night. But sometimes if you're lucky, you see a blue lantern shine in the darkness. They say it only appears if you run into the Wild Hunt or if you can find your way at night. Either way, if you ever see a blue lantern appear, you must remember to follow. So that's like Flins' blue lantern as well, though, right?
Don't ask me what it is, because I don't know. My granddad says it's one of the Fae that used to live in Krai in ancient times. But it could equally be the ghost of one of our fallen warriors. One who truly hated the Wild Hunt.
Interesting.
Whatever it is, the blue lantern seems to be on our side. The side of the Light Keepers. I'll bet that's why the Starshina wants to make offerings to it on the island.
So the blue lantern has been like a legend for a while. It's been like a big story amongst the Light Keepers, or was a big story amongst the Light Keepers, because again, there's not many here now.
Look at me talking away. I totally forgot I've still got fuel to move.
What a interesting way of doing that, though.
But we brought all the fuel with us. What's this guy talking about?
I think he's...
All right, I'd better get back.
Oh my
See you later,
god.
scaredy cat.
He's just walking back.
Really time for my
Can I say that like this is like one of the most interesting ways that they ever like did this a story like this? Like to have like it like us just keeping walking because Pine was a little bit scared, but having the characters still like tell us the story in like different motions as we're walking by him. And like because again it seems like he's stuck in a rut. It's not stuck in a rut, but it seems like he's stuck in a place where it's like he is still like to him still working, right? So that's what he sees as like even right now he sees us maybe as his fellows light keepers. Even like seeing Paimon being scared, he's like, you're like a scaredy cat, you know? A very interesting storytelling technique. And I do love that Ether and Paimon are just like, we gotta go. We just gotta go right now, you know? But I do think it's a very interesting way they told that story. Like in terms of the framing, in terms of the way that they had us like, you have to climb up maybe? I think so. Like all of it was very interesting. Can we climb this ladder? Oh, we can. This broken ladder. Yeah. The framing of that was very interesting. A very unique way to tell like a ghost story. That's pretty cool we could climb this broken ladder though. Very cool. I'll take that.
Oh, finally, we're here. Let's find where the fuel goes.
Are we actually gonna get to see this lighthouse lighting up? Paimon finds the fuel cell and pours in the fuel, then you ignite the lamp at the top of the lighthouse. We are! That's so cool!
Lights on! This should make things way
Yeah.
easier. Now we can keep
But can we
exploring.
look? I can't wait to look at this from a distance. By the way, I want to go back to like the Frost Moon Signs, maybe even look at it from there. So yeah, we should probably activate that as a mission as well. Can I? Before we do anything, I know like this is like the maybe counterintuitive, but I want to like go over like. I guess not Frost Moon Signs is probably the place. Well, it actually would be a place, but maybe we can look at it from here, see what it looks like from this harbor area. You can't really see it. Maybe if we get a tiny bit closer. Because again, lighthouses are meant to like signify, you're not supposed to see them always in the distance, right? So maybe if we go around here and see in the distance. Because again, they're not meant to be this thing you see everywhere in the world, by the way. It's like, I think it's legitimately. So maybe it's actually not going to be a thing we can see all the time then. Let's see how long it takes for us to get. Because again, I know lighthouses aren't things that is just all about like.
The wind rises.
Like, I know lighthouses aren't supposed to shine miles and miles away, right?
Quit following me.
It doesn't even look like it's lit from this perspective, I guess. Oh, okay, that's a bit okay. Maybe it needs to get brighter or something, because it's not even lighting from here. Like if I'm making my way home now, like it's not even lighting up. Okay. I'm not gonna harp on this. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, oh, like this game, like why isn't it? I don't know why I'm warping here. We can just go there. This game, like why isn't it like oh my god, this is gonna kill me. This is the worst thing that ever happened. It's like okay, whatever. Like it's just it's not something that's we're gonna see like all the time from anywhere. That's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not gonna hamper my enjoyment. Yeah, I would love to see it like as we're coming close. Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. Again, which I do want to say, I don't think lighthouses are meant to be. But now it's lighting a distance now too. And it wasn't lighting a second ago. How far away can we get to it? Wait a second here now. Oh, okay, so it's like you get like this close. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, that's fine. Or maybe it only lights up when someone is close by. Interesting. Okay, that's fine.
Swollen fury.
I was hoping we'd see it from a distance, but that's not how lighthouses work. But also, like, then it's like you have to get really close. But at least it's lighting when you're here because it does give a good vibe. Look at that. Ah, yeah, that's so cool. Let me just take a picture here if that's okay with you, Vaughn. I was gonna. Yeah, that's really cool. It's really cool, Vaughn. Oh, whoa! Look at this! Oh my god! While jumping down from the tower, seeing this would have been incredible. I actually think that, like, unintentionally, I got a really cool angle of this by going here. Look at all the spirits! Oh my god! Are they all talking? They look like they're even having, like, a meeting of some sort.
Great, the light's on. Guess I won't have to worry about moving fuel anymore.
Oh my god, they're all talking like they're. I wonder if they're all gonna be like that. They're all gonna talk about like as if they're still like light keepers right now.
Hey, it's the ghost from before who was talking about moving fuel. What's he doing over here?
The wild hunt came. It passed through all the graves. The fog clung to our ears, stuck to our mouths. We couldn't see
Oh, Jesus.
or hear each other.
Like describing the fog in that way, like almost like it's like impairing you to like a large degree as well. Well, like that's exactly what he's saying here.
What's he talking about? Has the wild hunt really showed up? Paimon didn't see it at all.
I don't know. I think he's talking about historically what happened with the wild hunt, possibly.
To the lighthouse! To the lighthouse! We've got to get a signal to the units outside before they reach us.
So maybe some spirits are still living in this never-ending like moment, and these never-ending like, you know, work. Like not only just the work that he was doing earlier, but maybe like the horrors that they had to face with the wild hunt too.
Don't just stand there gaping. Pull yourself together. Every second we hesitate could mean another dead comrade.
Horrible to have to like eternally go through this stuff.
Have you forgotten how to send signals? Come on, I've told you before, a light keeper always has to be prepared.
And all these other like ghosts and spirits as well, listening to this as well.
We're all gonna die. They'll strip the bones from our spines.
Oh, horrid.
Something's off. All the ghosts are coming this way.
I think they're coming to the lighthouse now that we lit it up.
Shall cry tears of blood.
I wonder if like lighting the lighthouse would like tears of blood is insane. Like, but I wonder if we lit the lighthouse, did it like trigger something with all the ghosts as well that they like remembered that day? Maybe the day that this happened, or maybe a day that like they were like killed by the wild hunt.
The wild hunt is here. We've got to think of something quick. Okay, we'll try and stall them at the base of the lighthouse while you head up to the top.
Up to the top. Signal
They're on like autopilot. It's like an autopilot from a memory of the day that this happened or
If you've forgotten
something.
how to send signals, check the handbook. We nailed it to the tower for moments
The
just
shot.
like this.
It's really, really dark, right? Like, I can't help but just feel so bad because, again, like, the way, like, I thought it was before was, like, maybe, like, these spirits are just, like, being so chill here, you know? But, like, some of them clearly still have, like, you know, are still stuck in those moments.
Do not fear, push. Do not fear, push.
Don't leave our bodies to the wild hunt. I beg of you.
Oh, my
There's
God.
no way to die.
Don't leave our bodies to the wild hunt. Like, they were... and, of course, he would be deathly afraid of the wild hunt, but, like, also, like, the way they said, like, that's no way to die. The idea of having their like, tears of blood, the bones stripped from their spine. Like, they're talking about how this is, like, brutal. This is a horror story for them. You know what I mean? It's, like, desecration.
Death. Wild hunt. Go to the lighthouse.
Oh, the ghosts have surrounded the tower. Should we do what they're asking?
I don't know. Like, this is just, like, this is just, like, really kind of upsetting me in a way. Like, how, like, dark this is kind of getting. You know? I feel so bad for these spirits.
Sounds like they need us to head up, find the handbook, and use the lamp to send a signal out.
Yeah, if we can do something to put their mind at ease, because again, they deserve to be kind of like, you know, at ease after everything that's happened as well, you know? We'll give it a try.
Lighthouse. Hope. Everlasting night.
It's so, like, it just, like, you see all the spirit, like, but there's so many of them, by the way. It's hard not to just feel, like, absolutely terrible just even, like, thinking about this. Let's go. Because, like, again, that's like a, we have to check the handbook. That is a thing that, like, you hear with, like, ghosts, is, like, the idea of them not being able to move on. But there's clearly something, look at this. Look at the image of what we're looking at right now. All these ratniks that, like, are, like, apparently now with the lighthouse lit, they're reliving the day. Or days of the wild hunt and how torturous it is. Because again, why we see them as, like, you know, Flins as this big hero is able to fight back against the wild hunt. It's not, it's also just not, it wouldn't be easy on them at all. Reference list for the light signals as follows. Please remember to correspond to light signals to avoid sending incorrect ones. Distress. Short, long, short. Short, long, short. Short, long, short. Guidance. Short, long, short, short. Summoning, long, short, long, long, short, long. All safe, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. The instructions, it's a warning, is instructions blurry and unreadable. I'll take a screenshot of this just in case.
The handbook says that we've got to aim the lamp in the right direction, then control the brightness according to the signaling rules.
Yes.
There are 5 signal types. Distress, warning, guidance, summoning, and all safe. The part that describes the warning signal is illegible, so let's try one of the others.
Yeah. Do we just, do we activate it just now? Like, how do we, is this? Wait, so send the guidance signal, send the summoning signal, send the all safe signal, send the distress signal. So we send this one then? Would there have been a point to sending the other ones, or is that just like messing with the situation a bit? Did we...
Okay, the signal is sent. Let's go check on the ghosts.
Let's go check out the ghosts, is something I never thought we would say at this point. But like, yeah, they're just like, I feel like there's so many of them down there. There's so many. Oh, there's Flins now, okay. There's Flins, and he's talking directly to the ghosts as well. And it seems like they're all fading away now.
What happened here? Ran into a spot of bother?
A little bit. Definitely a little bit.
A whole host of ghosts surrounded the lighthouse. I sent them away to prevent them from blocking the area.
And again, like with Flins again, he's not sure what's happening here. So that means like this is like an anomaly probably.
And when they saw the lighthouse flashing, they departed.
So they needed an actual signal itself to maybe feel at ease. So Flins doesn't even know, you know?
Oh, it was pretty surrounded us and begged us to help them.
It was a little unexpected. Yeah, like it's just stopping me in my tracks somewhat because it is like such like a dark vibe to it, and obviously it makes you feel bad. Yeah, it's just...
I sensed it too. This graveyard is bereft of life save for passing birds, the insects underground, and myself. Normally, it's so quiet you can hear yourself breathing.
And that's what Flint, yeah, Flint said that before, yeah.
Up until just now, that is, when these ghosts started getting agitated. Was it because of the lighthouse?
It would... That's my theory as well. Is when the lighthouse was activated, did it trigger something in the ghost's memory or like their because if they're already like at a state where they're like working all the time or continuing to do their job even after they're gone, you might not notice that as much as like, you know, a big distressed crowd, you know. You tell Flins what happened before and after you lit up the lighthouse.
They asked you to send a signal out. How peculiar. In my experience, they have never coerced or harmed anyone in any way.
It's so interesting. It's so interesting that Flins alone doesn't know what's happening entirely.
This can only mean that lighting the lighthouse has somehow caused a change in them. I must say, this is quite out of the ordinary.
Right. Did you see anything else unusual on the way here?
The ghosts here tend to stick to fixed areas and repeat words and phrases that meant something to them in life.
Okay.
But now, all eyes are on the lighthouse.
So that it is normal for them to be like, to do what they did earlier, which is like talking about the story of the Blue Lantern, maybe. Maybe that's normal. Look up. I'm sorry, but this is like, again, in a very horror-oriented way, like one lone light amongst like these the darkness and the dark clouds. Like, it's actually very pretty. It's really, really pretty. But yeah, it's normal for the ghosts to maybe talk about their workday, talk about the fuel and stuff, I guess, but it's not exactly normal for them to do something like this.
They have a rather indistinct appearance. But when they fix their yearning strongly on a specific place, I can sense where their cold attention is directed.
Man, Flins' life, having to like constantly think about this stuff, seeing them all the time. But I know, like he said, it makes him comfortable, like being around these people and the ghosts. But like, it's a lot of pressure, right? To have to like be there when everyone's reliving their days constantly.
Consider it a natural talent of mine. As to the cause of this behavior, I do have a theory.
What's gone into them, I wonder?
Ghosts are the echoes of living souls, a portion of their thoughts and memories that, for certain reasons, fails to enter the ley lines at the moment of their death.
Okay.
And thus they linger on the surface.
So what he's saying is that ghosts are you like when you say echoes, it's like the remnants of like what's left behind. Yeah, and it makes sense then with the fuel, with the thoughts and memories, of course. But they fail to enter the ley lines at the moment, and then thus they linger on the surface. That's pretty sad as well. You know, that's definitely sad.
The ghosts in question were lightkeepers in life. And as such, I believe the lighthouse is deeply embedded in their memories. Something they are instinctually drawn to.
Right, so then lighting up the lighthouse probably like attracted them here.
Relighting it must have stirred something in their memories.
Yeah.
Causing them to depart from their usual behavior.
That's how powerful like that lighthouse was to them, you know what I mean? And like Flint hasn't been lighting it all this year, so of course he wouldn't notice this stuff.
You might not be aware of this lighthouse's past.
Gorgeous lighthouse.
But it once served a great many functions. From guiding passing merchants and lightkeeper fleets, to reporting on the Wild Hunt's activity in the surrounding area.
Yeah, so it did a lot. It did a lot.
In the days before this was a graveyard, its light was never once extinguished. It came to symbolize the hope and warmth that the Lightkeeper sought to bring to Krai.
So I wonder when we did the signal, did that like make them feel more at ease like the spirits? But then again, Flynn still had to come in and calm them down maybe a little bit too.
But alas, the light of this historic outpost was snuffed out in a conflict against the Wild Hunt several decades ago.
So it hasn't been lit in decades.
According to our internal records, that conflict cost the island 90% of the troops stationed here. The Starshina of that time eventually decided to send a warning signal to the outside.
Wait, a warning signal? So, they didn't use a distress signal and call for help?
It sounds like they didn't want anyone to maybe come here and get hurt as well. Man, these guys were freaking amazing.
Indeed. The warning signal saved the nearby merchant fleets and patrolling lightkeeper ships. Without it, they likely would have been pulled into the fighting with little knowledge of the situation.
Yeah. So again, like, you get that vibe from the Lightkeeper's Law as well. We got that energy from Sozi and, of course, from Flins. There is, like, a selfless nature to them as well, of actually, like, believing in their cause and helping people against the Wild Hunt.
But at the same time, this signal also cut the troops on the island off from any possibility of rescue.
Jesus, man. Like, that, like... And imagine, though, and again, I'm sorry, but, like, there's... You could say, well, that's their job to help other people, but, like, in your final moments... to be that selfless, you know what I mean? In those moments where you're about to be attacked by, like, the Wild Hunt and how brutal it can be, that takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of strength.
The Lightkeeper Oath contains a line that goes as such: "Our bones and blood we shall use as fuel. We shall make life greater than death."
Look at this shot as well. Look at this.
It is a line that strikes at the very heart of our principles. Should we find ourselves at a great disadvantage, we are to prioritize the preservation of life and ensure humanity's long-term survival.
Man. I get that energy from Flins as well, by the way, who is, like, someone who, like, does, protect himself. But also he's so well, again, like, how many times do we get, like, where the Wild Hunt de-rusted, he's, like, showing up like it's nothing,
After all, the Wild Hunt is a never-ending threat, while our numbers are limited. This principle is most cruel to those who must sacrifice themselves. And yet, most of us willingly abide by it.
That's what I'm saying. It's self-cruelty in a way. And that's why I'm saying it would take strength. And why we can say, like, well, no, like, people are selfless and some people do it. Even the most selfless and kind person when you're about to be, like, destroyed or killed, and you're asked, do you want to be saved or you want to save somebody else? Like, there's a lot of people still be like, oh my god, please save me, out of the fear. And they were afraid. It takes strength.
Shoot! So we sent out a distress signal, but what the ghost actually wanted was for us to send a warning signal, right?
I just followed the marker, honestly.
You feel you unwittingly did something wrong? No, I don't think so.
Maybe it put their mind at ease now because they were like, oh, now the distress, because, like, it's like, oh no, someone's coming to help us.
Ghosts are but the memories of people that once were. You may have stirred up those memories, but that is all they are. Those to whom they once belonged are long gone. Still, I can see that you're concerned about them. And truthfully, so am I. If you wish to find them, just follow me. Ah, yes. And please do not be alarmed by anything strange we may encounter along the way.
I want to encounter strange things. Yeah, this is like, maybe I'm, like, just... I don't know, I think... we're playing as Flins! Very cool. Oh, and all the ghosts here as well. Maybe, like, you guys would agree with me. I do think that this is, like... genuinely one of the most beautiful things they've done in terms of quests. Like, look at this. Like, we're literally walking as Flins through, like, this place with all the spirits around, the dark clouds above us, the lighthouse above us there as well. Like, it actually is such a stunning location. Whoa! What the hell? If we stay in one spot for too long, do we get, like, attacked? Maybe that's just what Flynn sees all the time. But we're seeing, like, we're witnessing this idea of, like, selfless Ratniks and their code of honor, what they did in their final moments against the Wild Hunt. Like, it is quite sad, but it's also, like, such, like, a beautiful... Is that what the red is on the map? I know it's usually, like, hey, you're going into the wrong area, but... Like, it is in its own way a beautiful quest. It is.
Paimon sees them! They're all gathering on the beach!
Yeah. Like, look at this image of what we're looking at here. All these ghosts.
Had reinforcements arrived on the day of that battle, they would have landed here.
Oh, so they're waiting for the reinforcements to arrive?
You have to understand that ghosts are hard to reason with.
Right.
A better way to communicate is to give them key information that might provoke some sort of a reaction.
Okay.
How about this? We'll go in together, but I'll handle the communication. After all, I am not only a Lightkeeper myself, but also very accustomed to dealing with ghosts.
We'll trust you. We'll trust you so much. So I wonder what keywords does he mean, like the same way, like if you, like the way we lit the lighthouse is like that triggered something.
Don't come near us. Don't try to save us.
Even now they're saying this.
Help is on the way.
Oh, Flins.
The Wild Hunt is coming in too fast. There's no time. Let us stay here and take them down with us.
They were so ready to fight. They were so ready to fight.
This place will be enough of a graveyard by the time the night is through. Don't send more people to their
freaking
deaths.
god! Imagine how horrible. Again, as I say, you could hear the fear in their voice. They were afraid. They were sad, but they still thought about other people in these moments.
So you don't need rescuing?
No, we do. Please
Oh.
save us. We can't hold on much longer.
Because that thing, I wonder if it is like that fear in them as well. But they're also like, still like, I don't need saving because I don't want anyone else to die.
Everyone else is gone, and we are lost. What more can we do? Please, someone, anyone, save us.
It's so dark, isn't it? It's so dark. Because it's not just like, again, that they're ghosts. It's not just like that they died. It's also like seeing like the innate remnants and echoes, as they said, of like their fears and their selflessness and them describing the horrors that will happen.
Ignite the blue lantern. It will guide you far from the wild hunt.
There's the story about the blue lantern again.
The blue lantern cannot bring back souls from the dead. Even if you light him up, it will be too late.
Light him up.
He can help you destroy what remains of the wild hunt, but he cannot save you.
He described the blue lantern as a him.
Don't rescue us. Don't come any closer. No, wait. Help us.
Oh my god, the
please.
torment.
Someone, anyone.
And again, that's it. It's like their selflessness that's overlapping their fears.
What's this supposed to mean? Do they want help or don't they?
Those poor souls. On the one hand, they hoped that someone would send out a distress signal and save their lives.
Of course.
On the other, they did not wish to call in reinforcements only to send them to their deaths.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what it feels like. It's overlapping. Their fear is overlapping with their consciousness and their conscience and their idea of like not wanting anyone else to die.
And so they sought the help of the Blue Lantern spoken of in local legend. And indeed, one such lantern was still preserved on this island. That ought to have been their last hope in a time of desperate need. But to my great regret, it is of no use to them now.
The blue lantern's no use to them.
Will any other horrible things happen?
They will recall the unfathomable suffering they experienced in their final moments.
Jesus.
I will do what I can to comfort them.
We shall part the snow curtain of the sky and blast the winter winds across the wasteland.
We have sworn an oath, and so we must fight to the end.
My opinion of I already had a high opinion of the Lightkeepers. It's going up and up and up. Like, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. The story, like, what they had to go through.
We cannot wait for them to come. We are the last ones. Pick up your weapons.
Oh, man.
We are the Light Keepers, who shine the eternal light of hope into the endless snow-swept plains.
Wait, Flins! It seems like these ghosts have rallied.
Yeah.
Again, they are but the replaying memories of once living people. It is not the ghosts who have rallied, but the Lightkeepers who fought to the bitter end.
It's just constantly, and I'm sorry, like, there's some moments I can feel here I'm being very quiet. It's like, it's really stopping me in my tracks. Like, this whole idea. He's saying, like, it's not the ghost, it's the memory and the echoes of those people.
Viewing the world through human eyes is like looking into a kaleidoscope. It is so complex and yet so beautiful.
I don't disagree with that at all.
The sorrow and reluctance in the face of death. The longing for a life of peace and stability. The surprising valor that wells up in the hour of despair.
So he here is describing like all those different things that like are part of life, like, you know, the idea of like we were saying, like that sorrow and like you don't want to die, but also you want people to have peace and stability, and then also in those final moments, that adrenaline and in that way the valor that you have in those final moments in the hour of despair, like all those are like very human things as well.
If it were up to you, traveler, would you wish to do something for them?
I might perhaps honor their destiny. I don't know. I'll say the first one, but I really feel like honoring their destiny as well as like a very beautiful aspect as well.
Is that so? A response befitting an adventurer.
But
of
I'd
your
still like to
caliber.
help them, obviously.
Personally, I do feel inclined to do something for them. To help these shadows of the heroes that once were forget the death that will soon be upon them.
Yeah.
And return to their
That's the
slumber.
thing. It's like they don't deserve to be like this like all the time, you know, after everything they've done for people.
In time, the memories and yearning of these ghosts will fade and slowly return to the ley lines. But that time has not yet come.
No.
My dear Ratniki, I am Kirill Chudamirovich Flins.
That's his first name, full name?
Once upon a time, it was I who retrieved your fallen bodies from the battlefield.
And of course, Flins was the one who freaking... Oh my... Imagine having... And by the way, if you're doing body retrieval, by the way, in any battlefield, I'm going by medieval standards, I'm going by wartime standards. I'm going by, like, all the standards that I know from, like, wartime stuff and studying that stuff, right? You're talking about literally piling bodies. In some cases, it can be... Again, it depends on the situation. Sometimes it's like it's putting bodies onto, like, a carrier thing and carrying them to a place. I'm not saying he's piling them on top of each other. But it is like a situation where you're going to have to look at every single body that you pick up. You're touching and picking up every body individually. Like, to have to go through that as well from Flynn's perspective, it's so difficult.
Now, let me once more lay you to rest, for you are worthy of my respect and earnest esteem.
Yes.
Look upon my flame and wander no
Oh,
longer.
Flynn's.
Return to your graves and forever rest in peace.
Oh, his eyes lighting up as well.
6 feet under may you slumber in your erstwhile homeland.
Oh, they're all turning to him as
and
well.
in sweet dreams return to the ley line's embrace.
Flynn's. And this probably means so much to him as well, especially since he has such an admiration all the time, like, for the Lightkeeper since he met them. He sees them as heroes.
They're gone.
Some of their memories and thoughts have been dispersed. The rest will later return to their usual state.
May their spirits find rest, and may they soon return to the ley lines. Yeah, and you could tell the passion that Flint's had in his voice as he was doing this. These are people that, again, individually, not only did he probably look up to, that he admired, but he had to literally pick up their bodies off a battlefield individually, looking at every single one of them. And you think his whole story is about seeing the light in the Lightkeeper's eyes, but he also was there on the day that they lost all that light. But the light is also figurative, and that you could see they still have it here even after death. May their spirits find rest. May they soon return to the ley lines.
To me, they are both warriors whose memories should be honored, and my gentle, friendly
Oh,
neighbors.
Flins, what a freaking sweetheart! I'm telling you.
Unfortunately, I did not know most of their names, but my short interaction with them has deposited some of their memories within my flame. At the very least, I know now that the gentleman who moved fuel and loved to tell the tale of the Blue Lantern was named Aino,
So
and the comrade he always called out to was named
that's the
Itu.
name of the guy. So I definitely got a part of this wrong for sure. Because he's saying here, I didn't know most of their names, which would make sense. He did, like, because I was saying he admired them and looked up to them. I guess, like, he still looked up to the Lightkeepers, but I guess I made it sound like he probably knew them individually. But he still had to, like, take them off the battlefield. But now he knows their name. Okay. And so now that he's kind of helped them in, like, with his lantern, he now knows their names. And, like, the guy who was there walking back and forth with us, which makes sense now why he was so determined to tell us the story. That's what he did all the time. He loved telling the story. He's that type of person who tells the same story every day, and his name is Aino. And the guy we saw the grave of is Itu.
Many of the ghosts on this island may have been affected by the lighthouse, and I'm not sure if they'll all undergo changes like Aino.
Okay.
But if you're in the mood to keep exploring, would you come with me? I'd like to get to know them better still.
So is it going to be like, is this going to be the other missions in this too?
It would be my honor.
So how does this actually work, I wonder? Because if there's Lauma missions as well, is it going to be like world quests or something? The lighthouse is so pretty amongst the clouds. Hey! Oh my god. Oh my dear lord. I forgot that my leading character is Farazan, because my first thing I thought was, what's Farazan doing here? Oh my god, that was a very shocking moment. So hold on a second here. We have to construct this, and there's also these missions here as well, so maybe it's like different world. It's different quests. There's different quests we can do as well. So like there's one that said that was there. We have so many missions here. We actually don't have that many missions. I thought we had way more. Oh, is this the stuff with the this is her ones then, I guess, maybe? Maybe? Because here we have the shoemaker's children go barefoot, the priorities first. So are these different world quests that you can do? Oh, there's a gameplay tutorial here, but yeah, we got that already. So I'm guessing like we can do those world quests. And actually we might do another video even like with all these world quests all together next time as well, if that's what we're going to be doing. I'm not sure how that like it generally works. But we can definitely see how it works, and maybe we'll get a starting point of all this stuff too. So we can construct this as well and get some rewards for this too. And then we got another compass. And we're also getting like some really nice rewards for this also. Yeah, so okay, so maybe that's what's gonna happen. Maybe like we unlock these places and then we get to do like the world quest in this area. And then like we construct the lighthouse a bit more as well. And maybe like as Flins is saying, he wants us to find more of the spirits and learn more about them. I think it's a very beautiful thing because again, now like the perspective is for me, it's like, look at they're all still here on the. I actually think they're occupying this space even more now. But from his perspective, oh my god, with the lighthouse lighting as well. From his perspective, what he's saying is that like he carried their bodies off the battlefield, and why he knew some of them, he didn't know all of them and didn't know all their names. So now after death, with the help of his lighthouse is the lantern, he now knows some of their names and understands why they were the way they were. Like in this situation with Aino, he was a character who like is the type of person down the pub who every single day tells the exact same story, and we all know that person. We've all heard of them. We've all witnessed them. You know what I mean? We don't hate them, right? We don't hate them at all, but it's always like, oh, here comes John. He's going to tell the story about the cart again. Did I ever tell you about the story about how my cart got stolen? And you're like, oh yeah, no, tell us, you know, because again, you don't want to upset them, but like, they tell the same story every single day. So that's why he was so determined to tell us that story as well. Yeah, and it is like with that thing with why it was so heartbreaking was what Flins was saying is so true, is that these guys deserve to have a rest. These guys should have a rest. They're heroes in his eyes. They gave up their own safety for a selfless gift to the world, to warn them of like the horrors that they're about to face, instead of sending out a distress signal for backup to avoid more death. They basically like gave up, but they basically were like, we're gonna die now. We're dead. And they showcased so well in that story as well the fear that they would have felt in those moments too. And I think that's actually like one of the most impressive things about this as well, is that they showcased the fear. Because I was talking about even before we saw them being so afraid as well, when we were just talking about them being selfless. Because it is, again, it's not me going like, oh, like I know the story so well, I'm so good at like understanding the story. I'm saying like in terms of like that's just good writing, I think it is, where it's like they acknowledge the fact that like we even said it. It's like, yeah, you'd be terrified in those moments. And I love that they didn't shy away from the fear aspect, because they could have just been like, no, we must face our destiny. They did do that, but they also had the characters be like, I don't want to die. Somebody save us, but don't save us. Because that's what you would be feeling in those moments, right? And I said even the kindest person is going to feel that way in that moment. Even like the person you know. Think of the most selfless person you know right now, guys. Even in those moments, they're going to be like, if you put death right in front of them, it changes the perspective very quickly. You will feel very different very quickly. But they're so selfless in that mode, in that way there, and they're obviously like re-experiencing things from the life, and the lighthouse triggered stuff as well, which is so interesting as well, because it hasn't been lit since that battle. Love the drawing over here. It hasn't been lit since that battle. And I think that's another very interesting aspect about that, is the fact that like the lighthouse that basically was extinguished on the day of that Wild Hunt battle, when you had to carry all those bodies and off the battlefield and peel them off the battlefield, was also the last time that lighthouse was activated, thus igniting something from their past that made them feel something like very... The music here is gorgeous too as well, isn't it? feel very different. I wonder if it is like that thing where it's like, you know, like maybe it's along the lines of what Flins was saying. Because we sent out a distress signal instead of a warning signal, did they feel a little bit more like, oh, like, you know, it triggers something in their mind that made them feel like, oh, maybe we're going to be saved. Maybe reinforcements are going to arrive. The ghosts went to the space where reinforcements would have arrived, but then they begged us not to actually save them as well. Such a very interesting idea here as well. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Also, guys, we have one more quest over here, and like I don't know if I still have the footage from this. It was weeks and weeks ago when I did this, so I apologize if I don't have the footage for the starting point of this. But I remember the starting point was I might have it, but I might not. That's all I'll say. I might have it, but I might not. So if I don't have it, basically what happened was we came over here and one of the robots was being a little bit of a spy, I think it was, and it was betraying Aino. And I think right now we have to like do something now with these machines as well. But it was only like a short cutscene at the start.
Come on, help me catch him.
So which one, again, I forget which one it was again because it's been so long. I think I chose this one. Yes, it was. Okay, yeah. I have that memory at least.
Inaba, we caught him. Do you need to check him over?
He's like a malfunctioning machine, basically.
Analyzing exterior. No anomalies detected. The probability of malfunction due to an external injury is low.
Huh. Must be the processor then. Let me open him up and have a look.
Oh my god, he's running again.
He's on the run again.
I love, by the way, this is such a fun little quest as well, but I also like think as well, like being around Aino and an F, by the way, always fun.
Catch him.
We'll get him, don't worry. Oh my god, and like with this music in the background, very soft, I was chasing after him.
What? Is that him? How did he get so big?
No, those are scrap sorting bots. It appears he can still connect to them.
Oh.
Okay, well now I'm getting curious. There's more going on here than a simple malfunction.
It appears so. It definitely appears so.
But we need to catch him first.
I love, that's one of my favorite things I asked him about Aino's personality. Is the fact that she is like a character who like can be like quite aggressive in the way she does things, right? Like, but she's also like a sweetheart at the same time too. So there's that like aspect to her personality that's always like very, very fun. Like she is a sweetheart, she is a genius, but she is always like, catch him, get him, let's go. She like, I love how like even in the world quest or the event, she was like sending armies of robots against like, you know, thieves. It was very, very funny. So we have to like find him again.
Try sucking him out.
Oh. There we go. He actually ruined himself there for a second there because I wouldn't have caught him if he kept doing the forward motion.
Finally, we caught him. Man, what is going on with this?
He's very
bot?
unruly. Very unruly.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Whoa.
Huh? You can talk? I know. Is he supposed to do that?
Is he supposed to trash talk?
No, it's not possible.
Oh.
I mean, my prospector bots do have a voice function, but it's all preset phrases.
Right, okay.
There's no way they have awareness like a Nepha. Their cores aren't even a fraction as advanced as hers.
Yeah, so I wonder if someone has tampered with this.
It seems like he can communicate. Could his core have been upgraded or something?
Can you tell your name?
Can you mind your own business?
Bro, calm down. Like like legitimately it would help you just to figure out what's going on, you know?
Jeez, why is this bot so aggressive? It's like we're the ones being interrogated.
Yeah, they're very defensive, but like I really wonder what's happening here. Like, was it like a tampering?
Oh, just you wait. If you don't get out of my sight, I'll round you all up and send you straight to the fortress of Marrowseed.
Where?
The fortress of Marrowseed. What kind
Did
of
you
place
mean
is that?
Marrowseed?
It's.
Oh no.
What is it again?
You mean the fortress of Marrowseed?
Marrowseed. Yeah, that seems right.
So you're from Fontaine?
Would you stop with the personal questions? So intrusive. Leave a girl alone.
She says, God forbid a girl of hobby, she said to us.
Whoa! What do you mean, girl? You're a junk sorting robot.
Paimon said, you a machine. You got wires and stuff. Don't be giving me this stuff.
I'm a girl.
You're a girl. That's fine.
Okay, well, I'm not sure what happened, but something is definitely wrong here. This isn't the prospector bot I know, that's for sure.
But then, like, it seems they have something to do with, like, Fontaine with them then?
Well, guess the only way to find out is to open you up and see what's going on.
Oh my god, you better tell them, you better tell them.
Don't come any closer! Somebody help!
How do we keep letting them get away?
It's okay. I'm a girl too.
Oh no! Is she saying that because it would be like understandably awkward? You know what I mean? She's like, okay, for I guess like it's one of those things like, don't worry, I'm a girl, I can open up your circuitry. Like that's actually very it's weirdly sweet of Aino, right? It's like, hey, like don't worry, like this pulling apart of your machinery, I'm a girl too. You don't have to worry about anything.
That doesn't change anything.
This chase on Aino as well. I love Aino thought that was the problem. She's like, hey, don't worry about it. I'm a girl too. You don't have to be embarrassed.
Traveler in Paimon. Aino prefers to devote her full focus to solving problems. I believe she needs some time to get to the bottom of this issue.
Sure, 100%.
Perhaps it would be best to follow up tomorrow.
Sure. No, it is genuinely like Aino's such a funny character, and she's so aggressively crazy, and she has a tunnel vision to her sometimes that's like so funny and cute. Like she like generally like doesn't always like she doesn't always act in like the most like proper way or whatever, but she's hilarious. You know what I mean? She's absolutely hilarious. It was at 8 o'clock they said to wait till tomorrow. And in that case too, like, you know, the machine, you know, the machine says they're a girl, that's okay with me. But it's so like it's more interesting just because like Aino in that moment like thought the issue was, which again in a way sweet, in a way also like very tunnel vision of Aino like not understanding the world or only understanding the world in her own way. You know, being like, hey, like I'm gonna tear your circuitry apart and open you up. Please don't do that. It's like, oh, don't worry, I'm a girl too, you know. And I think it is 100% like how Aino treats her machines as well as like real, you know, like people. Like she treats them like companions. So I don't think it's her just being like, you know, super funny or anything. It's actually like her like, you know, trying to be respectful to her machines, even if one of them is being a bit rude. You know what I mean? I do think that is the case. You know, I do think it is.
Weird. I know I only installed an average Krai machine core.
And what's did you find out what's in the core?
Aino and Eppa, we're here.
We are indeed here.
Greetings.
How you doing, guys? I love this duo so much. Well, is the problem solved?
I mean, I found the source of the malfunction, but now I have way more questions than answers.
Okay.
What? Why?
The bot has the wrong core. It is not the one Aino installed originally, but the core of a clockwork mecha from Fontaine.
Whoa. I never even thought of like it being a clockwork mecha. I wonder how that affects it. Like, how does it change things?
The wrong core? Oh, so now we have to hunt down the original one?
So is it like, even then knowing about the Fortress of Meripede, like they're a way of like having like remnants maybe of the clockwork mecha still inside them in their memory or something?
It's no big deal. The original core was just something I salvaged from a pile of junk. Believe me, it's nothing special.
Sure, whatever you say.
The problem is, this new core is really advanced. I don't even understand half of its functions. Really? Is that why it can talk like an Eppa? No idea. What I can tell is that this core went through a massive explosion at some point. Almost all the modules are damaged, but I can't fix any of them.
That's no good. That's definitely no good.
Wow. If even
Yeah.
Aino's stumped, it must be really complicated.
Exactly what I was thinking, Paimon, exactly. This is like if, you know, Sino can't track down a target or something like that. It's like, yeah, it's like something's very worrying now.
The core originates from Fontaine, but little is known about this technology. Without relevant knowledge, a breakthrough will take time.
Can we contact someone from Fontaine? I know it's far away, but...
Yeah, but it's not all bad news. I
Oh, they're
managed
loud?
to extract a useful bit of information from the data I could salvage. One word. Charge.
Charred, like as in fire? I guess. Listen to the voice. I always say the voice actor's so good at playing a kid. Listen to like the laughter, like, as you know when kids laugh sometimes, like it feels like it's like they're trying to the laugh is trying to catch up with their words or something like that. But even like the yeah, listen to this.
Yeah, but it's not all bad news.
You know what I mean? It's like it's almost like it's like a hiccup almost, you know?
Charred? Is that its name? I doubt it, but I'm sure it's important. It was stored in the deepest part of the core. That's the best protected part, which is why I was able to salvage something.
I wonder if
from
it's like
there.
something that we should know from like a clue from Fontaine or something.
The best protected part?
In the event that my core sustained damage, that's where I would move all Aino-related data to keep it intact.
Ah! Knock on wood, knock on wood!
Oh, I know.
Your core is gonna be just fine, Anefa. Don't jinx yourself like
Again,
that.
this is the care she has for Anefa and all the other machines as well.
I was engaging in a hypothetical discussion.
Yeah, but still, that upsets Aino.
Doesn't matter, you still gotta say it. Say knock on
Oh,
wood.
she's so sweet and adorable.
Knock on wood.
Their duo is perfect. It really is. But again, it comes from Aino's care. She cares so much about Anefa.
Yeah. Whew, that was a close
Like, even
one.
the thought of Anefa getting damaged is a sad thing.
Huh?
I think it's very sweet, Paimon. I think it's very sweet. I think she's, even though it's a superstition that, like, you know, that some people do believe in that stuff, you know, the idea of knock on wood or step on a crack and break everyone's back and all this stuff as well. But, like, I still think it's, like, one of those situations that, like, even if, like, it's not something we believe, it's still very sweet that she wouldn't even want anything to happen to Anefa.
Anyway, I bet there's other data preserved deep in the core, too. Otherwise, this thing wouldn't be able to talk.
Right, okay. If you need us to do anything, we can definitely help out.
And I'm gonna extract it all.
Oh, she's so excited.
Here, data, come to Aino.
I think she's hilarious.
Man, this core is so mysterious. But if it's so high-tech, how did it end up inside a random prospector bot? Bingo! That's the question, isn't it?
She's why they made her like the most like bubbly and funny. Like I think like her and Yehoda are definitely like the funniest characters here in Nod Krai for sure so far. They're very, very funny.
Who replaced the original core with this one and why? I mean, even though it's damaged, the research value is off the charts.
Maybe it has something to do with the Fatui or the treasure hoarders. I mean, that's the thing as well. Like with Fontaine, is that I think there are people from Fontaine here in Nod Krai. There's people from all regions here in Nod Krai.
Bingo! That has to be the answer.
I love that she says that bingo like very sincerely.
You know what happened the day before it started malfunctioning? The Fatui
Of
chased a group of
course.
treasure hoarders straight into my workshop.
So it's legit like treasure hoarders and the Fatui.
I'm thinking the treasure hoarders stole the core from the Fatui and needed a place to hide it. So they stuffed it in my prospector bot and handed the original core over to the Fatui to smooth things over.
Very, very awful, right? Not a good thing to do at all.
Makes sense, don't you think? I'm pretty clever, right?
Oh my
Anefa?
god, calling herself clever. You are clever. But like, that's double stealing. You stole from the Fatui, which again, like, I'm not like gonna condone you like stealing stuff from the Fatui unless they're doing something bad, right? You know, because the Fatui like have helped us in the past in some cases too. Obviously the Fatui are probably up to no good with the thing, right? But like, the treasure hoarders clearly are never up to any good either. They stole from us. They stole from the Fatui to then steal from Aino to then give back to the Fatui the item they stole from Aino.
Of course. In fact, intel from the curatorium appears to corroborate this
Oh my
hypothesis.
god. She said, of course, when she said it. Look, she's like, I'm pretty clever, right, Eva? Of course. She's like, that's such a motherly thing. Yeah, of course, honey. Yeah.
Several of Marinette's subordinates were robbed on their way back to Snezhnaya,
Oh.
although it is unclear what was stolen. The culprits were identified as a group of 3 treasure hoarders.
Should we help out the marionette? We're gonna be helping out the marionette then?
Their leader is a silver-haired woman wearing a hood. As for the remaining 2 members, there is a man with pink hair and a man with purple
She looks
hair.
kind of cool, doesn't she?
Wow! So Paimon was right. The local treasure hoarders around here aren't bold.
Actually, this group has only been active recently. The curatorium suspects them to be outsiders not local to this area.
Okay. Which means they probably wouldn't know Aino as well then, I guess?
Who cares? Yehoda said they're just a bunch of small fry anyway.
I love that she's getting Yehoda intel as well, because Yehoda hangs out with Anefa. She's good friends with Anefa. What should we do now?
Yeah. If those treasure hoarders really did mean to hide the core in this bot, they're probably gonna come back for
Let
it.
them come back. 100%. We can deal with them as we need to deal with them.
Let them come.
Yeah.
If they're nice, I'll even share my crumb
Okay,
cocktails with
see,
them.
like, Aino's not always violence, you know what I mean? She loves a bit of violence, but she's not always violence, you know? She's like, we'll share some cupcakes.
And if they're mean, Anefa will give them a good old knuckle
Yeah, I love she has all these, like, not old phrases, but, you know, like bingo and knuckle sandwich and all this stuff. But she says them so sincerely, which makes it very adorable.
And if they try to take back the core...
Knuckle sandwich.
Already thought of that. I'm just gonna hide it.
Okay.
Enough, can you get little Chard and the others to come over here?
It's so crazy we went from like Ineffa's like story that we had with her. Maybe remember in the Archon quest, wasn't it? And then like how we're just like casually hanging out with her now, you know? So interesting.
Okay, hold on to your hats. I'm gonna hide little Chard in a scrap prospector box.
Oh my god, like I guess like almost in plain sight, right? Like I guess you'd have to find the right one as well. I keep talking about how good the voice actors are, Aino, but I need to always point it out. Like listen to the voice crack.
Okay, hold on to your hats. I'm gonna hide little Chard in a scrap prospector box.
Prospector, like they do such a good job with this.
What did you just call me?
You will be little shard. You're a little shard now.
Come on, we have to call you something. What? Do you already
Yeah, if you have a name, we can call you that too. Lombro?
What kind of name is that? Did you get it from somewhere in your data bank? It doesn't sound like a little girl's name to me.
I don't get it. So how about Shard Lombro? I think they said Lombro. We're okay with Lombro.
Oh, so use Lombro as a last name. Huh.
We're just deciding for
it. Then it's decided. You're Chard Lombro from now on. No complaining.
It's like that, that's
right?
it. Okay? And leave it there.
You're stuck with it either way. You're the one who decided to hide out
Oh
here.
my God.
So from now on, you work for me.
She's like, you're on my land, you work for me. She's like, you stumbled onto this workshop, you're working for me for the rest of your life. And again, I know it doesn't mean it in a bad way. She will give this robot, like the best home that they've ever gotten, right? She will 100% give them the best home they've ever gotten.
Don't think it likes the sound of that.
No, if you framed it in a different way, where it's like, yeah, you work here, but you also like will have like the best life ever.
Correction. This bot has no capacity to like or dislike something in its current state.
Okay, thanks for the correction.
Huh? Why? Because its core was destroyed 6 ways to Sunday. So, right now, its tone and mannerisms are all just a simulation of whatever data has been preserved. Like, remember how I found the word Chard in the data? Well, if that refers to a person, then basically, little Chard is just imitating their way of speaking.
Interesting. Okay. So it's just like as you talked about last time, like the idea of echoes. It's like an echo of like someone else's personality, I guess.
Oh, so that's how it works.
No, it's actually like really interesting. Like when we all see this stuff all the time, it really is.
Anyway, we can figure all that out later. First, we need to make sure little Chard is hidden.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do.
Why don't you take the reins, Traveler? It's super cool. You'll
All the
see.
enthusiasm. I adore Aino so much. She's so cute. Honestly. So you have to combine all this stuff as well. How are you guys doing?
Why don't you take the reins, Traveler?
That's what she was saying before. Okay. Combine? Sharon Lombro's screaming as well. I love this love heart, by the way. It's so awesome.
Nice job! You've got some engineering chops, that's for
Thank you so much with the thumbs up as well.
And thanks to you, I'm now the proud owner of the most advanced prospector bot
Oh
in
my
town.
god. Guys, she legitimately she was worried about like her other core being stolen. And now that she's gotten a more like advanced core as well, she's like, man, this is awesome. I'll take it, you know? Actually very sweet.
I expect good work out of you, little Chard. But don't worry, you'll be compensated.
Why is this so crazy to me? She's like, yeah, you're gonna be put to work. Don't worry about it, you know what I mean? Washing some dishes, you know, cooking some food. Like, and again, I know from Aino's perspective, like, she is like, I think she legitimately is crazy sometimes. I think she is. But that is the mad scientist vibe. She does give off mad scientist vibe sometimes.
Like I care.
We gotta do something about that temper of yours.
Stop.
Maybe a little flour on your head will soften you up
Oh, you're
a
gonna
bit.
put flour on their head? No. What is it? Look at how fast she's working as well, this animation. She is a mad scientist sometimes. She totally is. Did she build a flower on their head?
There. Much
I bet it is
cuter.
much cuter. Oh my god, I know.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, Paimon, if you ever pick up stuff you have no use for, like screws and nuts and things, just bring them to
Sure,
me.
I cannot believe she said, oh my god, this robot's got a temper. I'll build a flower on its head.
I can make them into flowers or use them to upgrade my console.
No problem.
Oh, and I don't expect you to hand them over for free. I pay good prices for scrap. You're gonna want to stop by every
I bet you
day.
do. Like, yeah, you're a good business gal. You really are.
Deal.
Deal. Sure deal.
Awesome.
Oh,
Turns out Ineppa was right all along. Everything is gonna be all right.
I can't get over how good the voice actor is. They've like made like one of the sweetest characters. It's like and I do think like the people who play like the little characters, like the child characters, like Chi-Chi or Klee or Aino, I think they do a good job with the voices a lot, you know, and they have their own distinctive personalities. But I think like the voice actor for Aino has like really captured like this like very like distinctive way of doing the voice acting. Here's the thing, I want to make it clear, nothing is ever going to be like more adorable than Klee and funnier than Klee, right? I want to make that clear. There's nothing in this world, right? But I do think like in terms of the voice actor being like the way they like stumble over their words sometimes, or the way they laugh sounds like it's like breaking their voice, or they do a voice crack sometimes. Like they're really good at like playing a kid. They really are.
Good luck out there on your travels. I hope everything goes all right for you
Thank
too.
you so much, Aino. And this is our other part. I guess it's like something that's gonna be like constantly on the map as well with like other missions too. So I have to see about the other missions also at the same time also. So what rewards do we get for this then? Oh, and that's the artwork for this as well. Oh, we did this, friend. Oh, so that's the quest we did with the gal. So there are different world quests that will get us to this place as well. We don't have enough to construct. We don't have enough to construct it yet though. Because we only have 12 Luna sigils. We had more the other time as well. Okay, but we get more by doing this stuff as well. Very cool. And, oh, you can hide the UI for the artwork? That's very neat. That's very, very neat. She's adorable, isn't she? She's really adorable. She always is. Yeah, another really, really cool quest. Another cool quest. So, I think we're going to be like, we'll talk about what's happening, but I think that's going to be like the end of today's episode. We did like the three kind of like quests to start up with that stuff there, and then I think all the world quests that are on the map will activate more of those sigils, which is like a very cool idea. And we are going to be doing world quests as we go forward. Like, I want to do a bunch of them. I think people have been suggesting some world quests. In fact, please, like, if you have any suggestions of world quests you want to see, I know people have already been suggesting them, but I definitely would like to do them. I've also had like stuff where patrons have like directly given me like, you know, great suggestions for like, oh, this world quest is great too. So I always want to hear that stuff as well, always. In terms of that Aino quest there, again, I do think that Aino is like, you know, in the best way possible, she is a mad scientist. She is a mad scientist in the way that like, she has that same traits that mad scientists have, which is kind of like the tunnel vision aspect. She has that. She also has the, let's stand over here in front of this thing here. She has the tunnel vision aspect. She has the, let's see here. Yeah. She has the tunnel vision aspect where like everything like is just like she's in her own world. Like a lot of her world revolves around those machines, but she also has a very caring aspect with the machines too. Cause again, she will give them the best life that they could ever hope for. Not that like, you know, they don't deserve to choose their old life, but I think in this case, like without Aino, they wouldn't even be like, they wouldn't even have a life. You know what I mean? I'm not saying as well that sounds like I'm saying like, you know, I'm not saying it's not the equivalent of parental stuff, by the way, because I'm talking about like legitimately like Aino created them like, and you know, designed their personalities and all this stuff. That makes it sound like I'm saying that parents have a right to like do whatever they want after just because like they give birth to you. That's not the truth. You know, never gonna be the truth. But I do think it's one of those situations where like with Aino, like with this story, like we got to just see like again another fun side to her. She is someone who again, as I said, has this mad scientist tunnel vision that's very hilarious. But she has such a care as well. But I love how she always like chooses like a very aggressive route, but then she has like a very sweetness afterwards as well. We saw that with the whole thing of like catch her, and then like when the robot's like trying like, hey, I like stop, don't open me up, and she's like, don't worry, I'm a girl too, because she thinks again in her own tunnel vision mind that's the issue. You know what I mean? It's not anything else. That has to be the issue. Which again is unbelievably adorable from Aino too. And Aino is like a character, as we see here with the Nefa, that has such a great dynamic with her too. Like, because it really does feel like, while Aino is the creator, Nefa is kind of like the mother as well. Like, and Aino will be like, we should do this, right? And Nefa's like, of course, you know, just like this positive reinforcement. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. And then Nefa like will describe something like a little bit more in detail that we can understand sometimes as well. Because I think like Aino, like she has her own mindset and stuff as well, which is always like very, very fun. But that's what makes her, you know, like I wouldn't change Aino for the world. She's hilarious. She's absolutely hilarious. We saw that in the event that she did as well. She was like so ready to choose violence all the time too. She was a very emotional character too, and she's a very caring character. So like I wouldn't change those aspects because she's so funny, so caring, so aggressive sometimes. Really, really, really adorable. And this quest was like just a very simple quest of just like finding the robot, signaling them out, repairing their, finding out that they had like a very special Fontanian Gardamek core. And it's really funny that Aino's like, oh my god, this is like probably more advanced than much of the cores I have here sometimes. Like this is one of the best finds of scrap metal ever. And she basically said if those treasure hoarders want to come back, they won't find it. And also if the Fatui want to come by, they will get a knuckle sandwich as well. So I do love that about Aino. But I don't think the Fatui would come here, by the way. Because the way they described it, I think it's very cool that they described it this way. The only reason the treasure hoarders even like made a point to come here was because they didn't know Aino. And they made it a big thing in this world where it comes to all the characters in this world. Like the majority of characters in this world, whether it be that are in like Nosha Town or close to Nosha Town, whether it be the Fatui or different workers, they all respect Aino to like an amazing degree. So it makes sense like that and lines up with the story that like, you know, if treasure hoarders did live around this area, chances are, not saying they have this moral code, but chances are they're probably like, well, we probably don't want to mess with Aino, you know? Because even the Fatui said as well, we don't want to ruin our relationship with Aino, you know? Because that's like, yeah, that's what it is. Like they genuinely like see value in Aino's business and they see how amazing she is as a creator, so they don't want to ruin that either. But yeah, really sweet quest. Love the interactions, love the comedy of it. Hopefully I found the first part of it. If I didn't, I apologize. Sometimes things get messed around in a few weeks, when a few weeks go by and stuff like that as well. To talk briefly, we already talked about them, but like the first quest with Lauma was again a very pretty quest, just like, you know, with her like talking to the animal, the weasel. It was like, again, a lot of funny moments, but I feel like deepened like also our like appreciation for Lauma's experience and like how she talks to animals and how it can be very bothersome, but it can also have benefits, showcasing that like she isn't just all like sunshine and rainbows. She's of course going to get like annoyed sometimes by this, but again, she has this power that is very special and also can not only benefit a lot of times too, but like we saw that with the bird as well. It's like they know the forest better than anybody. Who knows the forest better than anyone? It's animals that live there forever. They know all the hiding spots. They know all the different locations. And that's like really cool that like they have a friend in Lauma. And in this case now have a friend in Wander as well. And it's really, really sweet. It's really sweet. And then with the Flint stuff, it was very dark, but also like very beautiful as well. I found the quest, while again, as I said, it was dark. The setting was beautiful. The lighthouse was really gorgeous. The idea behind the story was very beautiful in its own right too. The idea of this like light keepers who still haven't moved on yet fully because they still have echoes of their past still attached to them and still the echoes of that day. And we saw how selfless they were. We talked about it there already, but to see how selfless they were as well in their hour of need. Even though they wanted to help and they wanted to be saved, they still wanted the all the saving to be done for other people. They didn't want more people to be hurt. And I think not only does that showcase like how amazing these people were, how much admiration that Flynn's, you know, Flynn's admiration is well placed, by the way, when it comes to the Lightkeepers. I think that's also like something that's driving home there too, because Flynn loves these Lightkeepers as well. He always loved the Lightkeepers. Ever since he saw the light in their eyes that day. I think it also drives home the fact of like their place in general in this world. Was always one that was trying to be genuinely helpful with people around here, and they didn't want people to die. I think it really does like showcase like the Lightkeepers, that they were selfless people who, whilst looked cool and had like a cool base and all this stuff as well, they died. They died for the people that surrounded them because they didn't want any more violence to happen. And they knew how horrible the Wild Hunt was. They talk about it ripping your spine out piece by piece, bone by bone, crying tears of blood, which again would come from like maybe the fog even, because they talk about the fog was suffocating, it was closing in around them. Even with that fear, they chose to help other people. And Flynn's described even like taking their bodies off the ground. He had to like, you know, after the battlefield, retrieving their bodies. So not only does he have this connection with them now spiritually after all this, he also had to watch as they were like dead on the ground, which is difficult. It's like that, like I wouldn't be able to deal with that. like an absolute sweetheart of a character and such a gentle character. You know, he sees this place as like, you know, all the residents of this place. He gets very calmed by all the people around here. And even in this moment, like when they were in distress, it made him upset because he knew, like, yeah, this was their sacrifice they made and this was their journey that they wanted to go on, but he still wanted to help them. And in the end, he did put their mind at ease a little bit as well, because it's horrible that they like forever just in the constant state of fear. And also at the same time too, what's overcoming as well is that the idea that they can never overcome that fear, because that's what was happening. It's like, oh my god, I'm scared, but I can't do anything about it, you know. And that's what they even went to the shore, because they thought that this is where reinforcements are going to be naturally. It was a very beautiful story. It was a beautiful story. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for supporting this. I'll see what other stuff we're gonna be doing. I don't even know. I just booted this up today and want to do this today. We'll see what we're going to be doing going forward. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Thank you so much for supporting me and for supporting the series and supporting Genshin and all this stuff. We got more updates coming in Genshin. I'm very excited for Act 3 to be happening as well. Thank you so much to Tyfire 2, JB Bull, Janet the Banana, the Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yule, the Radish and Nusta, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Kasperian, Jared Beaton. I'm at the highest tier of my YouTube, Royal Gamer 7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. And I'll see you all so soon. Bye bye.